8th. We are in the Providence City Office Building, 164 North Gateway Drive, and I'm Scarlett Bankhead. And we also have Rob Stapley, our Public Works Director. Max Pierce is excused. We've got one item on our agenda, and Rob, since I can't get mine to pull up yet, will you read that agenda item for me, please? Okay. Well, we'll go with that. Okay, I actually have it.
So you got it? Okay.
But I will appreciate that when we get to the other rest of it. So our one item, before I go there, we have Ryan Snow, our city manager, is in attendance. Ty Cameron, our city recorder. Diane Campbell, our land use office specialist. Randy Nem is here representing the applicant, and April Fredrickson, our stormwater and code compliance specialist. So I think that covers everybody in attendance. Now, our first item on the agenda is that the Providence City Administrative Land Use Authority will consider for approval a request by Sorensen and Nem Construction for CA Fulmer Family LLC for a commercial building located at 595 West, 465 North. Diane, do you want to take a minute and come up and introduce this to us?
The completed application was received on December 6th. Rob Stapley did his public works inspection on December 7th. The findings of fact, 1085, commercial zone district site development, and if we go by the official zoning map revised January 2020. Conclusions of law: the property is located in a commercial general district zone. The applicant meets the requirements of 1085 of the following conditions. The applicant will continue to meet all relevant federal, state, county, and province city rules, laws, codes, and ordinances. The applicant has met the parking requirements. This is, I think this is from one of the last buildings that we did, but it says once the construction drawings are received and approved, if any changes to the construction drawings are made, the parking will need to be reviewed to make sure it still meets policy standards.
That actually kind of applies, because you're just doing a shell, aren't you, Randy, right now?
Shell only, yep.
So
Approval by the city of any submitted application or paperwork does not alleviate the owners and or their agents from their responsibility to understand and conform to local, state, and federal laws. Province city's approval is not intended to and cannot be construed to allow any laws to be violated. And just FYI, we don't have the approval letter from Aaron on this yet.
okay. All right, Randy, did you have any questions about the staff report that Diane just went over?
No, I think we've done so many of them out there. It's kind of the same thing.
Okay. So I did take a minute and talk with Steve Earle just to make sure that we were okay on the landscaping and the parking and everything. And Steve said that they designed this with the idea of professional office space. Is that what your plan for it is?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Okay, so the parking requirements for that are one space for every 250 square feet, and your building is just a little over 10,000. So you've got 45 spaces, I think, and I think your requirement would have been 40. So you're fine that way. And then 20% of the overall lot size is in landscaping. So you meet that requirement too. But those two things change a little bit with the change of use. That's why that condition, when you come in and start doing your tenant finishes or whatever, if you bring something in there that's a little different, we have to think about it.
The only thing that's been going in there, I know if we get a call center kind of thing or something, getting into trouble, out there because we've kind of had people interested in it. It's going to be the same thing. It'll be office space or a doctor,
Okay,
you know, so it will be, you know, falling in that guideline.
okay, great. Rob, is there anything you have that you want to review or discuss at this point?
Well, I haven't had time to completely do the construction drawings review. However, I did skim through it before and after I did a site visit. And I'm not seeing anything really alarming or concerning whatsoever. The only question mark I might have initially is the fact that generally it seems to utilize both sewers that are going towards these buildings, and in this one, it looks like you're using the two waters, but only one of the two sewers.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that could be. I mean, I'm not really sure what he's done there. I know we've got 2 stubs in there. I don't think we've had to use them, you know, so, and that's all prorated and everything. So for each building, and if we we condo them, so he's probably feeling like he doesn't need it.
Rob, you can probably answer a question for me. I forgot to ask Steve Earl when I called and talked to him. There is and we haven't got Aaron's letter, that's why, there's a hydrant within 300 feet of this.
Right across the street.
It's right across the street, okay. All right. Because that's one thing that it says it wants us to,
There should be a hydrant there, yeah, within the right distance.
okay,
It'll be
As we did all of them. This was, you know, a lot that we haven't done until the very last, but it was all part of the
initially.
plan.
Right.
And so we set it up, it should all be covered that way.
It'd be fairly close on the 300-foot back to the back of the building, right across the street, but it will be right there. Adequate.
okay. All right,
The storm pond, you're not planning to enlarge that pond? It was sized enough for this impervious stuff as well?
Yeah, Steve did all the counts on it and stuff and said it worked, so.
and April, the last time you pulled up on the state website, it said,
Still in draft. I looked this morning and it's still in draft, so the NOI just needs to be changed, so it's not in draft phase anymore.
we can see that you've gone on, you filled it out, but for some reason it's popping up as draft. On
That
your
means
email.
that wasn't
They
been-
haven't sent it to you?
Well, they sent us a copy, but it's a draft
It's not, I'll
copy.
pull it up.
That's scary. You know, I can call and tell you that.
Yeah, it looks like he's just got to finish through and I think just pay is, or maybe just, I don't know if he has to go in there and click something, so it's not in draft anymore, but.
I'll tell him. I'll call him when I get out of here.
Because the one that they sent me, it has Val's signature on it, I'm pretty sure, wasn't it Val that I looked it up?
It would have been Val. I had to
Yeah.
do it when he was in the office.
It has his signature on it electronically, but it doesn't assign you a number. And so it's got a number started, but it doesn't have the finished NOI number on it for us. And then when you look on the state website, it's in draft. So we just need you to finish that up as well.
He said he sent it in and we're done, so I don't know. I'll just.
Well,
I'll have him.
somebody asked and I looked it up. I looked at it and I said, yep, there's the NOI. Then when April looked it up on the website and we got to looking at it, then we realized that the copy that I had is the draft. It's not the final thing.
All right, I'll just make sure he does that. I'll make sure it's all done.
Okay. All right. What else you got, Rob?
The irrigation line that runs through that on an angle, you're not planning on touching or modifying or making any deeper?
One is on the west side.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're working on doing anything with that. I don't think that's on.
yeah.
Look, I think Steve left it alone, didn't he?
Yeah, I
It
don't
looks
see
like
that
it.
he's doing anything with it, but I don't know how deep it is, what type of pipe it is.
Yeah.
Some snaggles or not.
Well, we weren't planning on, I know Steve and I talked about that. We weren't planning on doing anything unless all of a sudden we didn't feel like it's not gonna work out for them.
I know that's a River Heights pitch company,
No.
Pioneer ladder or something out there, but going across across the parking lot on an angle, it looks like. And we're redoing the sidewalk in front of your approach. The curve got some spalling all over the place on that cul-de-sac some weird reason. I don't know.
Yeah, I
How bad
noticed
it is
that too.
right there, but while you're doing the sidewalk, you know how bad it really is right there.
Yeah.
We might want to look at that a little closer, but while we're at it, but there's an existing approach. Looks like you're gonna redo the curve there to get the high back on it. On that east end of the lot.
Yeah.
You're not gonna utilize anything sidewalk related. Going out to the curve there. No, I don't have any objections.
Okay, can I hear you, Sean? I just logged in. So it looks like there's no.
I'll find it.
This one shows a graph. And then he's doing this one, so it's like. Yeah, have him check, because I don't know why there's one showing draft and there's this one. So yeah, because I don't want you to have to pay for two, so make sure he does check and all the state.
Okay.
But it's there.
I'll have him follow up with that.
Okay, thanks.
You have any other questions or comments? Randy?
No, I think we're okay. We haven't done anything there. No. It's different. I've been around there for about 10 years, so it'll be good to have the last one done.
It would be nice.
One a
for you
year,
guys.
20 years is too long. Or not even that, but it's 20 years.
Diane, any comments? Ryan or Clyde?
Nope.
Okay, so that being said, I would make a motion that we approve the request for Vice Lawrenson and NEM Construction for CA4 Family LLC for commercial building located at 595 West, 465 North, with conditions stated in the staff report. Then we need to add a couple. We need to finish up on the NOI, make sure that we have the copy that is the official copy, not the draft one. And if Aaron's letter comes in with anything on that, Randy will have to have you make sure that we meet all the fire things that Aaron might, I can't
I'll
foresee anything, but
Yeah, I've got him on the job over there doing the final on one of the others across the street. Well, I'll ask him if he's looked at it yet.
okay,
I think he's a little, I think they're all a little behind.
okay. All right. And 2 waters and 1 sewer is what you're looking at utilizing. Okay, all right. Did I leave anything out, Rob? Okay, so that's my motion that we approve that with those additional conditions.
I can second that motion.
Okay, so Scarlett made the motion, Rob seconded, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion was voting was unanimous. So it's approved. So, thanks, Randy.
Okay, thanks, you guys. So if I get Derek to get that cleared, how long before we get Paul? I think Paul's had it and he's ready. I haven't bugged him about it because I know he had to have this, so. What are we looking at to get it over for the clearance for Paul?
Tomorrow or later, even later today.
If we get the NOI, then Diane can, she can finish the zoning clearance and then, or the record of decision. And
Okay.
then you'll have to pay the fees and then you can get it to Paul.
Paul needs the final set of construction drawings.
So you'll have the fees maybe tomorrow?
We have
Yeah, as long as you have the NOI.
I might need to take my statement back. I didn't realize.
Max and I have not reviewed this construction drawing yet. And I believe it's on his schedule to do this one and whenever on Tuesday, if I remember. Next week.
It'll probably be Tuesday, Randy.
Okay, I'll just get the NOI figured out. And
Okay,
if you have an
Yeah.
amount, I'll get that in too, and then we'll just be waiting on you.
yeah, we can give him the amount.
Can you do that?
Oh, the amount, okay, yeah,
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you have the amount, do you have it now, or do you
I do.
have to,
I have the amount right.
can I get a copy of it? And
Yeah.
and I'll just get you a check tomorrow. I'll call on the NOI when I leave here. And I'll bring a check in tomorrow. Then we'll just be waiting for the minutes.
Okay.
And just let me know if, somebody let me know if they're, because if we're supposed to have that all in.
Okay,
So,
all right, well, we'll check on it.
that, I think it's Silver Lake, if I remember. We're just gonna have them do it. They go around and do stuff, so. That's where. Thanks to the law here, one of those things.
Okay. All right,
Okay, we good?
we're good.
I'll just get a copy.
Yeah, she'll be, she went into the office, she'll be right back out with your coffee.
Okay, thank you.
That was our only agenda item for today, so we don't have anything that someone wants to bring up for us to put on a future agenda.
I'll make a motion to adjourn then.
Motion to adjourn by Rob Stapley. I'm going to second that motion, so Scarlett seconds. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
And we are